Master anything in life. System you won't believe actually works. Why most people never master anything. Most people want to be good at something. They want confidence. They want skills. They want a better life. But most people stay average. Not because they are stupid, not because they are lazy, but because they follow the wrong path. They try harder, but they do not try smarter. They copy what others do. They jump from one method to another. They start strong, then they quit. This is the real problem. Mastery is not about motivation. Mastery is not about talent. Mastery is about a system. If you have no system, you fail, even if you are smart, even if you are motivated. This article will show you a simple system, a system that actually works, a system anyone can use, even total beginners. But first, you must understand why most people fail. The biggest lie about success. The biggest lie is this: some people are just talented. This lie is everywhere, in school, in social media, in movies. You see someone successful, you think they were born special. You think you are different. This belief kills your progress. Talent is overrated, very overrated. Talent helps at the start, but systems win in the long run. Hard truth. Most successful people were not special. They were consistent. They were patient. They followed a process. They showed up every day, even when they felt tired, even when progress was slow. They trusted the system. Why motivation always fails. Motivation feels good. Motivation gives energy. Motivation makes you start. But motivation never lasts. Some days you feel excited, some days you feel nothing. If your success depends on motivation, you will stop. This is why most people quit. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel inspired. They wait to feel confident. But mastery does not wait for feelings. Masters act first. Feelings come later. You do not become confident, then act. You act, then confidence grows. This is the rule. The painful truth about learning. Most people learn the wrong way. They consume too much. They practice too little. They watch videos. They read books. They save posts. But they do not apply. Knowledge feels like progress, but it is not. Only action creates skill. You can read 10 books about swimming, but you cannot swim without water. You can watch 1,000 videos about English, but you cannot speak without speaking. This sounds obvious, yet most people ignore it. Busy does not mean better. Many people are busy, very busy. They feel productive, they feel tired, but they do not improve. Why? Because they practice without focus. They repeat mistakes. They rush. Busy practice is not mastery. Focused practice is mastery. 1 hour of deep focus beats 5 hours of distraction. This is hard because focus is uncomfortable. Your brain wants easy wins. Your brain wants comfort. Mastery requires discomfort. Why try harder is bad advice. When people struggle, they hear this: just try harder. This advice sounds strong, but it is weak. Trying harder without direction leads to burnout. It leads to frustration. You feel like you were pushing a broken car. You use more energy, but the car does not move. You do not need more effort. You need better structure. You need a system. What a real system looks like. A real system is simple, not complex. It tells you what to do today, not someday. It works even when you feel tired. It works even when you feel bored. A system removes emotion from decisions. You do not ask, "Do I feel like practicing?" You already know the answer. You just followed the plan. This is freedom. Why simple always wins. People love complicated systems. They feel smart. But complicated systems break easily. Simple systems survive bad days. If your system needs high energy, it will fail. If your system needs perfect conditions, it will fail. The best systems work on bad days. This is the key. The identity shift that changes everything. Most people say this: I want to master this skill. Masters say something different. I am becoming this person. This shift is powerful. You do not practice English. You become a person who speaks English daily. You do not try to write. You become a writer who writes every day. Identity drives behavior. When your identity changes, habits follow. Why small wins matter more than big dreams. Big dreams are exciting, but they are dangerous. They make the journey feel long. They make today feel small. Small wins keep you alive. 1 page, 1 sentence, 1 minute. Small actions build momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief builds mastery. The hidden enemy, perfectionism. Perfectionism sounds positive, but it is not. Perfectionism is fear in disguise. Fear of failure, fear of judgment. So you delay, you wait, you prepare more. Masters ship early. Masters improve later. Progress beats perfection. Every time. Why you must lower the bar. This sounds wrong, but it is right. Lowering the bar helps you start. If the task feels too big, you will avoid it. If the task feels easy, you will begin. Once you begin, you often continue. This is how habits are built. The real reason people quit. People do not quit because they are weak. They quit because the system is broken. The system asks too much, too fast, too soon. A good system grows with you. It starts small, then expands, like muscles. Mastery is boring at first. This is the truth no one tells you. The beginning is boring. Progress is slow. Your brain wants excitement, but mastery wants patience. If you accept boredom, you win. If you fight boredom, you quit. Why consistency beats intensity. Intensity feels powerful. Consistency builds results. One intense week means nothing. One consistent year changes everything. Masters think long-term. They play the long game. The system always wins. When motivation dies, the system continues. When emotions change, the system remains. This is why the system matters more than willpower. Willpower is limited. Systems are renewable. Part 2. The core system to master anything. Now you know the truth. Talent is not the key. Motivation is not the key. The system is the key. In this part, you will learn the system. Not theory, not inspiration. A real system. Clear, simple, repeatable. You can use it for any skill. English, business, fitness, writing, life. This system has 4 core steps. Miss one and progress slows. Use all 4 and growth becomes inevitable. Step 1. Choose one direction. Most people fail here. They want too many things. They chase many skills. They start learning English, then coding, then fitness, then business. They move fast, but go nowhere. Mastery requires focus. Choose one main skill, just one. This does not mean forever. It means for now. When you focus, your energy aligns. Your brain adapts faster. Scattered effort creates scattered results. Depth creates mastery. How to choose the right skill. Choose a skill that matters. Ask yourself one question. If I master this, will my life improve? If the answer is yes, continue. Do not choose based on trends. Do not choose based on others. Choose based on impact. This creates emotional fuel. You will need it later. Step 2. Define the smallest win. Most goals are too big. I want to speak English fluently. I want to be successful. These goals feel heavy. Heavy goals create delay. Instead, define a small win, very small. For English, speak 1 sentence clearly. For fitness, do 5 push-ups. For writing, write 1 paragraph.
Small wins reduce fear. Small wins build momentum. Momentum beats motivation.
Why small wins rewire your brain. Your brain loves completion. When you finish something, dopamine is released. You feel progress. This feeling creates desire to continue. Big goals delay reward. Small wins give instant reward. This is how habits form. This is how mastery starts. Step 3. Create a daily non-negotiable. This step is powerful. A non-negotiable is a rule. It is not optional. It does not depend on mood. It does not depend on energy. It depends on commitment. Example: practice English for 10 minutes daily. 10 minutes is small, but it is powerful. Why? Because it is easy to keep. The power of low resistance. High resistance kills habits. If the task feels hard, you avoid it. Low resistance creates consistency. Consistency creates growth. Do not aim for heroic effort. Aim for reliable effort. Reliable effort compounds. What to do on bad days. Bad days are part of life. You feel tired. You feel bored. You feel distracted. On bad days, reduce the task, but never skip it. Do 1 minute. Do 1 sentence. The rule is simple. Never break the chain. Even tiny action keeps identity alive. Step 4. Practice with feedback. Practice alone is not enough. You must know if you are improving. Feedback is the mirror. Without feedback, you repeat mistakes. Feedback can be simple. Record your voice. Read your writing again. Track time. You do not need a coach at the start. You need awareness. Awareness creates correction. Correction creates growth. The feedback loop. Action, feedback, adjustment. Repeat. This loop is mastery. Skip feedback and progress stalls. Why speed is not the goal. Most beginners rush. They want fast results. But speed without control creates chaos. Slow practice builds accuracy. Accuracy builds confidence. Confidence increases speed naturally. This order matters. Step 5. Protect your environment. Your environment shapes behavior. If your environment is weak, your willpower fails. Remove distractions. Reduce friction. Make good habits easy. Make bad habits hard. Place tools nearby. Remove temptations. Design beats discipline. Environment is stronger than motivation. Motivation changes. Environment stays. Masters build environments that support growth. This is not magic, it is strategy. The role of time. Mastery needs time. There is no shortcut. But time works for you if you are consistent. 10 minutes daily for 1 year beats 1 hour for 1 month. Consistency compounds. Like interest, small deposits grow large. Why you must track progress. What gets measured improves. Tracking makes progress visible. Visible progress creates belief. Belief fuels consistency. Simple tracking is enough. Mark days. Count sessions. Do not overthink. The identity loop. Action shapes identity. Identity shapes action. When you act daily, identity shifts. I am a learner. I am consistent. This identity makes quitting harder. You stop seeing practice as effort. You see it as who you are. What mastery really feels like. Mastery is quiet. It is not dramatic. It is not loud. It is calm confidence. You trust yourself. You trust the process. You know improvement is happening, even when results are invisible.
Why most people stop right before breakthrough. Progress is not linear. It feels slow, then sudden. Many quit in the slow phase. Masters stay. They trust the invisible work. The system in one sentence. Focus on one skill. Start small. Practice daily. Get feedback. This is it. Simple does not mean easy, but simple works. Part 3. How to stay consistent and win the long game. You now know the system, but this is where most people still fail. They start, they improve a little, then they stop. Not because the system is wrong, but because consistency is hard. The long game is silent. The long game has no applause. This part will show you how to survive it. The real enemy is not difficulty. The real enemy is time. Time exposes weak commitment. Time tests your patience. At the beginning, everything feels exciting. Later, everything feels normal. Normal feels boring. Boredom kills progress. You must learn to work with boredom, not fight it. Why you lose motivation over time. Motivation fades for one reason. Your brain adapts. What was exciting becomes familiar. What was new becomes routine. This is natural. Do not panic. Loss of motivation is not failure. It is a signal. A signal to rely on systems, not feelings. The rule of showing up. On some days, you feel strong. On other days, you feel empty. The rule stays the same. Show up anyway. Not perfectly, not intensely. Just show up. One sentence, 1 minute, one action. Showing up keeps the door open. Why skipping one day is dangerous. One day off feels harmless, but it creates a story. I skipped yesterday, I can skip today. Soon, skipping becomes normal. Consistency breaks quietly. This is why the rule matters. Never skip twice. 1 day is life. 2 days is habit death. How to survive low energy days. Low energy days are guaranteed. You cannot avoid them. You must plan for them. Create a minimum version of your habit. A version so easy you cannot fail. This protects consistency. Consistency protects identity. Identity protects mastery.
Stop chasing results. Results are slow. If you chase them, you suffer. If you measure your worth by results, you quit. Masters focus on inputs. Did I practice today? Did I follow the system? Results come later. Always later. The silent power of patience. Patience is invisible strength. It looks weak, but it is not. Patience allows time to work. Time multiplies effort. Without patience, effort dies early. Why comparison destroys consistency. You see others move faster. You feel behind. You forget something important. You do not see their past. You only see their highlight. Comparison creates pressure. Pressure kills joy. Joy fuels consistency. Protect your pace. Your path is yours. Redefine success. Success is not mastery. Success is not speed. Success is showing up again tomorrow. This definition changes everything. You stop feeling behind. You stop feeling weak. You feel steady. What to do when you fail. Failure will happen. You miss days. You lose rhythm. Do not quit. Do not overthink. Restart immediately. No punishment, no guilt. Guilt drains energy. Restarting builds strength. Why self-trust matters more than discipline. Discipline feels harsh. Self-trust feels calm. When you trust yourself, consistency becomes natural. You believe you will return. This belief removes fear. Fear causes quitting. The long game mentality. The long game thinks in years, not days. It values direction over speed. You stop asking, "Am I fast enough?" You start asking, "Am I still moving?" Movement is victory. When progress feels invisible. Some phases feel empty. You practice but see nothing. This is the hidden phase. Growth is happening underground. Roots grow before the tree appears. Trust this phase. This is where most quit. The moment everything changes. One day, something shifts. You speak without thinking. You act with confidence. It feels natural. This moment is built by thousands of small days, invisible days. Why mastery feels boring to outsiders. Outsiders see routine. They see repetition. They do not see depth. Masters love the process. The process becomes home. Your identity is the final key. You are not trying anymore. You are becoming. This is the final shift. You do not ask if you will quit. You ask how you will continue. The cost of quitting. Quitting has a price. Regret, self-doubt. You carry it quietly. Consistency removes regret. Even slow progress feels honorable. The reward of the long game. The reward is not praise. The reward is self-respect. You trust yourself. This changes everything. Mastery is not loud. Mastery is calm. You no longer chase. You move with certainty. You know the work will compound.
The final truth. Anyone can master something. Not everyone will. Because most people quit when no one is watching. Masters stay. A promise to yourself. Promise this. I will show up. I will start small. I will trust time. This promise is enough. The end is the beginning. Mastery does not end. It becomes who you are. This is the real win. Not success, not applause, but becoming someone you respect. Final words. The system works. Not because it is magical, but because it respects reality. Simple actions repeated daily. This is how anything is mastered. If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake-up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.